Hello, beautiful people. My name is Funke Akinlebelo, and you're watching This Nigeria.
The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, has disclosed that it has extended its ongoing strike by 12 weeks. This was disclosed in a statement by the president of the union, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke. He said that the extension was to enable the federal government to have more time to resolve outstanding issues. Reacting to the news, aggrieved students from different Nigerian schools have taken to the streets of Lagos with different placards attached with different inscriptions expressing their displeasure to the recent decision by ASUU.
Yeah, it's very sad, unfortunate that we would have to toe this line again. This will be the 15th strike, if I'm not mistaken, since democratic rule, or what I call civilian rule anyways, because what we have today is not actual democracy. If it were actual democracy, the voice of the majority should take the front row in every decision. And you look at what happened with the airline operators of Nigeria and how the government was very fast, very swift to settle that issue. But when it concerns public education, they are not, they will have to relax. They relax on it. It's the 5th day already since the warning strike, and government has not even called for one single meeting. And this is a government that finds it very convenient to sit down with bandits to negotiate, sit with terrorists, negotiate. But you cannot negotiate with academics. So it's disgraceful. We are not happy as students that this is happening, but we are calling on the federal government to sit down with all the striking unions. And it's not just ASUU alone. NASU, SANU, NATS. In fact, I heard ASUU is also threatening strike. Sit down with all of these unions, look at all these issues, address them, and not play lip service this time around. The government has continued to be so infidel, to the agreements that they signed. They signed this agreement not under duress. It was not as if ASUU put a gun to their head when they were signing it. So they should accede to all these agreements and live up to their responsibilities to the Nigerian citizens.
What we are demanding, asking for essentially, is the decriminalization of the Nigerian citizen, because it appears to be a crime to be a citizen of Nigeria. You price security out of our reach, you price healthcare out of our reach, you price basic amenities that are very essential for our survival as humans. You price it out of our reach, and then you are taking further steps to ensure that we are never able to challenge the hegemony of the ruling class over ourselves and over the mass of our working people through the deliberate taking away of education from the masses. I think that this is cruel. I think that it's inhumane. I think that no country should tolerate this callous closure of universities. And I think that the government should be ashamed of themselves, and they should also be ashamed of the fact that they have not demonstrated the same body language that they demonstrate when those things directly affect them. Take, for instance, the grounding of operations by airline operators. This directly affects the ruling elites, and overnight they have, brought a meeting together to address it, to avert the crisis, because it affects them. Their children don't school here. Their children school expensive universities abroad with taxpayers' money. So this doesn't affect them, and that is why they have chosen that this should take the backstage for now. It is disgraceful. It is totally unacceptable. It is condemnable, and we think that the government should rise up to its responsibilities to fund the educational sector, to revitalize our education, overhaul the academic system, and most importantly, to get out of power, because they are clueless, they are irresponsible, they don't even know what they are doing in office. Nigerian schools are left behind, in the world, in this new age of science, technology, artificial intelligence and all. Our syllabus are still very old because we have no government that is concerned about revitalizing these things and looking at how the graduates that we produce in our schools are able to compete in this century. So that's my position.
The Nigerian Student in Togetherness implores the federal government to resolve issues with the union soon. Recall that ASUU embarked on an indefinite warning strike on February 2022 to demand for better condition of service to their members.